New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is resigning. This comes amid a slew of scandals, from allegations of sexual harassment to the nursing home scandal. The Senate just passed a $1.2 trillion infrastructure package, 69-30. It now goes to the House of Representatives, where it faces an uncertain future. And there's been a rise in fake vaccination card sales. That's a concern for many college officials as the school year fast approaches. Tune in to Deep Dive as we explore these topics and more. Hello and welcome. This is Deep Dive and I'm Tiffany Meier. Let's kick off with some big news in the Big Apple. Governor Andrew Cuomo has announced his resignation. This comes amid a slew of scandals, from allegations of sexual harassment to the nursing home scandal. He'll leave office in 14 days. It comes after state lawmakers began preparing to impeach him. Allegations of sexual misconduct against Cuomo came to a head last week when the state's attorney general released its report. That investigation concluded he sexually harassed multiple women and fostered a toxic workplace where such behavior was tolerated. Shortly after Cuomo's lawyer criticized that report, he announced his resignation. Several top lawmakers have been calling for him to resign, including President Biden. Cuomo claims he made that decision to stop being a distraction.
And wasting energy on distractions is the last thing that state government should be doing. And I cannot be the cause of that. New York tough means New York loving. And I love New York. And I love you. And I think that given the circumstances, the best way I can help now is if I step aside and let government get back to governing.
Cuomo continues to deny all sexual misconduct claims against him. Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul, a Democrat, will serve the rest of his term. Hochul tweets, "I agree with Governor Cuomo's decision to step down. It is the right thing to do and in the best interest of New Yorkers. As someone who has served at all levels of government and is next in the line of succession, I am prepared to lead as New York State's 57th governor." Cuomo's top aide also resigned recently. Melissa DeRosa's resignation came late Sunday, just a day before the State Assembly Judiciary Committee was set to meet on the possibility of impeaching the governor. DeRosa served as Cuomo's secretary, which is the highest-ranking appointed position in the state. The AG report named her several times, while detailing a toxic workplace environment where inappropriate behavior was overlooked. DeRosa told media outlets in a statement late Sunday, "It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve the people of New York for the last 10 years. Personally, the past 2 years have been emotionally and mentally trying. I am forever grateful for the opportunity to have worked with such talented and committed colleagues on behalf of our state." Cuomo's other scandal revolves around accusations of mishandling the state's response to the pandemic, namely that his administration concealed thousands of COVID-19 deaths among nursing home patients. That's in stark contrast to last year, when Cuomo was praised for how he handled the pandemic. His daily press briefings won him an International Emmy Award. DeRosa also came under fire in February for the state underreporting the number of COVID-19 deaths in nursing homes. A transcript from a private conversation with lawmakers revealed she said the administration withheld the information because it was concerned about an inquiry from then-President Donald Trump's Department of Justice. And Cuomo also wrote a book on leadership during the crisis, which has also come under fire for suspicion he appropriated state funds to write it. Now, let's turn to another big development, the massive $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, which has passed the Senate at 69-30. It now goes to the House of Representatives, where it faces an uncertain future. The bill includes some $550 billion in new spending on more traditional infrastructure.
It has taken quite a long time, and there have been detours and everything else, but this will do a whole lot of good for America.
But before the bill goes to the president's desk, it needs to pass the House. Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she won't take up the bipartisan bill until the Senate passes the larger social and environmental infrastructure package.
We can't let this opportunity pass.
Senate Democrats are already forging ahead, moving to take up that $3.5 trillion budget resolution. They say it invests in families, climate, healthcare, and jobs.
We are moving on to a second track which will make generational transformation.
But Republicans and some moderate Democrats are balking at the price tag, the partisan process, and the failure to address the U.S. national debt.
Reckless taxing and spending spree is nothing like we've seen.
Republican Senator Rick Scott says he's worried that all this spending will lead to more inflation and saddle Americans with an overwhelming amount of debt.
I mean, our government has just ruined the ability for people without a lot of money to survive.
It's also raising concerns among some Democrats, including Arizona Senator Kyrsten Sinema. She previously said she doesn't back the bill as it stands now, but added that she would negotiate on the issue. After the Senate's done with a smaller bill, it goes to the House. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has said the bipartisan bill will go nowhere until the Senate passes the larger bill. Now, let's turn to the military. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin issued a memo Monday telling military personnel that a vaccine mandate is coming no later than the middle of next month. Pentagon spokesman John Kirby confirmed the plan.
You can consider this memo today as what we would call in the military a warning order to the force that this is coming and we want you to be ready for it.
Austin says he'll ask the president to approve the mandate by mid-September or when the FDA fully approves the vaccines, if that comes sooner. The memo didn't mention any exceptions. Kirby says Austin may decide to accelerate the mandate if necessary. President Biden says that he supports Austin's plan. Representative Mark Green and 15 additional Congress members wrote to Austin, telling him that he has no authority to create a mandate until the vaccines are fully approved by the FDA. They say issuing a mandate for an emergency use vaccine would be an unprecedented violation of federal law. Dr. Anthony Fauci told NBC that he hopes some of the vaccines will get full approval in the next few weeks, and he expects a flood of vaccine mandates will follow. One area seeing vaccine mandates is the cruise industry. A federal judge is siding with Norwegian Cruise Line and against Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' vaccine passport ban. The judge issued a preliminary ruling saying that the cruise ship line would likely prevail on its argument that the vaccine passport ban jeopardizes public health and is an unconstitutional infringement on Norwegian Cruise Line's rights. The ban would have punished the company $5,000 for each violation each passenger, as Norwegian Cruise Line may require passengers to show proof of COVID-19 vaccination before boarding a ship. The company's executive vice president said in a statement, "We are pleased that Judge Williams saw the facts, the law, and the science as we did, and granted the company's motion for preliminary injunction, allowing us to operate cruises from Florida with 100% vaccinated guests and crew." Norwegian plans to resume port activity in Miami on August 15th. Under current plans, all passengers and crew will have to be fully vaccinated and must take COVID-19 tests before they board a ship. Republicans in the American Civil Liberties Union have raised concerns that such systems could be a violation of individuals' rights to privacy and could create a segregated society. DeSantis' office did not immediately respond to a request for comment. And there's been a rise in fake vaccination card sales, a researcher at a cybersecurity firm told the Wall Street Journal. As a segment of the population tries to avoid the new measures, the dark net reacts to the real market, and thus demand gives birth to offers. Common online marketplaces include Instagram, Telegram, Twitter, Amazon, eBay, and the dark web. In one example, an Instagram account with the username Vaccination Cards sells laminated COVID-19 vaccination cards for $25 each. A user on the messaging app Telegram offers COVID-19 vaccine card certificates for as much as $200 apiece. The seller's message reads, "This is our own way of saving as many people as we possibly can from the poisonous vaccine." It's been viewed by at least 11,000 app users. On Twitter, one user with more than 70,000 followers wrote, "My daughter bought 2 fake IDs online for $50 while in college, shipped from China. Anyone have the link for vaccine cards?" The Department of Justice at the agency has seen an uptick in fake vaccine cards being sold. A Justice Department spokesman told the Journal, unlike other countries that have an electronic system for vaccination cards, the U.S. relies on papers, saying, "While we do not have definitive numbers, we are seeing more of these types of schemes recently." And that's a concern for many college officials as the school year fast approaches. Faculty at dozens of schools across the country tell the Associated Press they are worried about how easy it is to get fake vaccine cards. And before we end, a group of baby penguins' first time in the water went swimmingly. The Shed Aquarium in Chicago shared this video of 4 Magellanic penguin chicks. The quartet dove right on in and splashed around. It's hard to imagine these little penguins hatched only a few months ago. The baby birds need to master their first introduction to water before they can join the aquarium's full penguin colony. But what do you think? Let me know below. Thanks for tuning in to Deep Dive. I'm Tiffany Meier, and see you soon.